Well, hello and welcome to Knife Delights. It's time for another Saturday Stockman Stampede. Yes, sir, it's a wonderful open tag started by our friend Terry's at Terry's Knives and Man Stuff. If you haven't checked out Terry's channel, well, you're missing out. Head on over to Terry's Knives and Man Stuff and give him a sub and check out all his wonderful videos. Thank you so much, Terry, for starting this open tag. It's a lot of fun showing our Stockmans. Well, on the table here today, guess what we got? We have a Winchester Stockman, and this was a gift to me from Big J himself. Now, let's open this baby up and just take a look here. It's a limited edition. It's printed here on the blade, Winchester Model 70 Limited Edition. Now the Model 70 refers to a pew-pew, something that expels something out of like this long thing, but we don't mention on YouTube. So the Model 70 pew-pew was first made in 1936. So this is a limited edition celebration, 70 years. Let's see, the Pew Pew was first made in 1936, so I'm dating this knife in 2006. There's no model number on the knife. The only marking on it is it says stainless steel right there. But it's got these really nice wood handles, or wood inlays. We got brass bolsters and the brass pins. And as you can see, nice brass liners. This knife is in very good shape. Maybe somebody carried it, I don't know. But you look at the blades. That looks like a factory edge on them. There's a little bit of scratching on the blade. Maybe someone used it some, but you can tell how the printing on there isn't disturbed. So if someone used it, they used it very little. What a nice, sleek clip point that is. Okay, our next blade is the sheep's foot. So a few scratches on it, so maybe someone opened some boxes or something on it with it. But it's still in very good shape. And then everybody's favorite blade, the spade blade. Very good condition. This is a very handsome and a very attractive knife. I think it has really good fit and finish to it. Good walk and talk. Listen to that. Yeah. Just does pretty good. Now, I tried to do some research on who made Winchester knives. And apparently, and this is what I found on the internet. You know, take it or leave it. Do your own research. This is what I found. If anyone has any other information on Winchester knives, why, please feel free to leave a comment. But I guess currently they're made by Bluegrass Cutlery. And Bluegrass Cutlery, from what I understand, they're the company that bought out the old Queen machinery. I'm assuming they're producing knives here in the U.S. I don't know when they started making the Winchester knives. Winchester started out in 1919 at the Eagle Knife Company in New Haven, Connecticut, and then Napanoch Knife Company in Napanoch, New York. And the Winchester Arms Company merged with a hardware company in St. Louis in 1922 and became the Winchester Simmons Company. After the dissolution of the merger, Simmons no longer did any manufacturing but did the marketing for Winchester. However, with the proliferation of other knife companies in the 1930s, prices dropped and the quality of Winchester knives began to suffer, and by early 1942, Winchester ceased production of knives and entered into other contracts with the military during World War II. So, it sounds like originally Winchester had them made at Eagle Knife Company. Then they went out of business, stopped making knives. So it doesn't sound like Winchester themselves owned the machinery. They were always a contract knife, if I'm understanding that correctly. Something else interesting is that Winchester Simmons Company in St. Louis, they also produced keen cutter. So if you're familiar with keen cutter tools and keen cutter knives, so I did not know of that connection. Let me see. In the late 70s and early 80s, a German company put the name Winchester on inexpensive knives that had no association with the original company. Winchester later authorized manufacture of knives in the late 80s by a company called Bluegrass Cutlery. Many of the company's early knives are collector's items. So, now I know there are some Winchester knives. They're marked China on them as a country of manufacture. Again, this one has no country of origin on it, so who knows who made this knife. But I will say it is a very nice Stockman pattern knife. I do. It's got, you know, a nice serpentine to it. And just look at that blade. You bet. Well, once again, Big J, thank you so much for this wonderful Winchester knife. And thank you, Terry, for this wonderful open tag. And at the very end of this video, I will be tagging on some footage that, well, Mrs. Knife Delights and I, we went on a little excursion yesterday. So we were just talking and laughing, and I thought you might enjoy seeing some of the countryside. See something unusual? Well, there's something unusual. Just a very little bit of ice. Yeah. This is what's unusual. Really? We have no snow. Look at that. That ice is pretty thin out there on the lake.
It is going to get thicker.
This is something for January, ain't it? We got 32 degrees. Of course, the sun ain't shining today, but look at this, folks.
The sun hasn't shined for a while.
Yeah, it's been 2 or 3 days. But
yeah, it's so depressing.
It is. Well, look at this. No snow. Yeah. Here it is, January, and no snow.
Well, come back next week. Well, we'll show you some snow.
Come back next week. I guess we're going to start getting it next week.
Yes, we are. We're going to get dumped on, probably.
Look at that. You can almost build a house out of them corn stalks over there.
Oh, yeah.
I'll show that there. Big, got them corn stalks all bundled up and covered up. Yep. But isn't this something? We sure can't complain about the weather so far this winter, can we? Maybe next week we'll be complaining, but... Oh, you know, I've been doing that, like a windshield EDC update. I've been showing everyone what I've been carrying every day. So, I'm going to ask everybody, hey everyone, would you like to see Mrs. Knife Delight's EDC carry someday? I think you should do a windshield EDC update, honey. What do you think?
I think that might be cool.
You think that might be cool?
Yeah.
You wouldn't mind sharing things just a little bit? No? Well, good. It just seems so odd. The fields are all barren and everything and no snow. Oh, there.
Look at all that. Oh my gosh, he's got plenty.
He's got plenty of corn stalks,
yes.
Don't he? Look at the moo cows.
Oh, wow.
Moo. Yeah. Well, anyway, we're on our way. We're going to do some grocery shopping, and I want to hit a couple more antique stores. We went last week, and I got skunked, didn't I?
Yeah. And I didn't find what I was looking for either.
No, you didn't, but we'll give it a try again today. I should have bought that buck knife I saw at that very first one, but you know how it is when you go to your first store and you see the first knife, you're like, I think I can do better than this, and then get all the way away from it and you get skunked, then you kind of kick yourself, why didn't I buy it, you know?
See, when you feel like that, you should never pass it up.
I should never ever pass it up, huh?
Nope.
Okay. Well, why don't you say goodbye to everybody, honey? They probably getting tired of listening to us rambling on by now. Oh, wait a minute, we got to show more rolled up corn stalks here. Looky there.
That's what they want to see.
That's exactly what they want to see. Look at that close up. Whoops, stay in the middle of the road. Stay on your right side of the road. Oh no, Mr. Bill. Okay, say goodbye, honey.
Bye.
Tell them to have a very delightful day.
Have a delightful day.
Oh, look at that. One more shot.
Oh.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a delightful day.